What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP, and you're rocking with me on the Aqua Method Podcast. Thank y'all for listening as always. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Grasshopper GP, Instagram, Grasshopper GP, all spelled normally, no spaces, emojis, underscores, numbers, characters, anything like that. You can find me on grasshoppergp at yahoo.com for any types of advertisements or sponsorships, or if you just have anything nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. So, thank y'all. Thank you for watching and listening and all that good stuff. You are listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official with 3 S's, as always, on the YouTube. Thank you very much for checking me out over there. I am joined by the very lovely, very special Miss Lizzie. What's going on, Liz?
Hey.
What's going on?
I'm back.
Yep, she's back, y'all.
Again.
Number 4, number 5, something like that.
Yeah, I think number 4.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm glad you could join me.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially on a Saturday. It's a pretty nice day, though.
Oh my God, it's a beautiful day.
It's a nice day for the end of January.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Parade tonight. Well, there's the dog parade.
Yep.
Downtown at 2, and then
you gonna go to that?
No, I don't think so.
Is the dog parade?
Parades.
This is just people showcasing their dogs. That's what it is.
It's a full on parade. They have little mini floats, little trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
That they have the dogs, and they dress up and have themes and costumes, and some people just walk their dogs, but then they have a lot of the trailers and the little mini floats.
Do you
decorations, and they throw beads.
Yeah.
You
ever wanted to be a part of it?
My dogs are too crazy, I think.
You think so?
I think they're a little too. They would be very overwhelmed.
You know what you should do? You should get your dogs. What are the names again? Hercules and Bo?
And Bo, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You should get your dogs, and I know that you and John, you and your husband, have a lot of money. So y'all should get little those little monkeys from The Hangover. What do you call them? Copernicus.
Oh, I don't know.
Capuchin monkeys, something like that.
Yeah.
Those type of monkeys, and y'all should put them in little cowboy hats.
Right, and let them ride the dogs.
Yeah, like horses. And y'all be the stars of y'all be the stars of the parade.
Yeah, I call them my dragons.
Yeah.
I'm Khaleesi and they're my dragons.
Word. You should definitely
that was my Halloween costume idea. It never happened.
You should do that. You got to do that this year.
Yeah, 1 year. Yeah.
You have to.
I don't really get that into Halloween, but if I did, that would
kill it.
They would be my dragons.
Absolutely. You walk down the street with those. You need another one though.
Well, but in Game of Thrones, there's the one that flew off.
True,
so
true.
She only had the 2 for a little while there.
Yep. Yeah, man.
You're right. We might have to get a 3rd.
That's a phenomenal idea. You have to. I think you would be better served if you borrowed somebody else's dog.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's no way.
I think my husband might appreciate that.
Right. I don't think you could survive.
Dogs are expensive.
No, I was thinking just about the sheer size of them.
Well, and the size. Yeah. The size and the dogs though, they are expensive.
Yeah.
When you get into vet bills and all that jazz, it is not cheap.
That's with
the Doberman that, let's see, did we talk about? I don't remember if we talked about this last time. He swallowed some underwear.
No.
And had to get he had to have surgery.
I just see that on
Facebook. Right before Thanksgiving. It ruined our Thanksgiving plans.
Okay.
John had to stay here in Lafayette, and I went home to Houston.
Man.
And Bo had to have his tummy cut open.
Oh man.
And then yesterday, Thursday, he swallowed another pair.
Oh.
And we caught him. We knew he did it. So we had to give him hydrogen. We had to make him swallow hydrogen peroxide to induce vomiting.
Okay.
It's very traumatic.
Yeah.
Because he just heaves and heaves, and it came out.
Well, that's good.
But it was a very traumatic experience for all of us.
I bet.
Because we had to do it a few years ago. And it was rough. But we said we are not spending several $1,000s again to get his stomach cut open.
Man, that's it was a necessary cost though.
Yeah.
But whose underwear is he eating? Yours?
Mine, yeah.
Why?
He's a dog. That's what dogs do. He's
a large dog.
I know. It's all dogs do it. I mean, a lot of dogs do. A lot of dogs chew stuff like that, or dirty clothes and stuff like that. I guess they're into that. Bo just swallows it whole.
Yeah.
He doesn't even chew it.
Wow.
He just swallows it. Whereas Hercules, like with shoes, he'll chew them. You know, or like a rug or something, he'll chew it. But
what are y'all doing to prevent those things from happening? Because I'm sure you're losing a lot of
well, I mean,
garments.
yeah, making sure to put everything in the hamper.
Okay.
This was a slip up, you know. Got a little careless. You know, we have to hide. Like if we leave for the day, we have to make sure there aren't any shoes out for Hercules. He's been better. He's gotten better about that though.
That's cool.
He's chilled out a little.
That's cool.
But yeah, the joys of having dogs.
But see, that wouldn't happen if y'all had humans.
It'd be worse. It'd be like sticking, you know, Legos in their noses and ears, and then you got to go to the doctor and have those things removed, and swallowing pennies, and yeah.
I put an M&M up my nose when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I was terrified. I thought it was gonna be there forever.
You thought you were gonna die.
Right. I thought it was
gonna
over
like
for
go
me.
into your brain
or
something.
I thought it was over for me.
See, at least dogs don't have, you know, they don't have hands to like just grab everything. Like when kids get to the age where they can just grab everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's over.
Good point.
It's over. Yeah.
Good point.
And you can put dogs in a crate too.
Yeah. You can't put.
You can't do that with kids. No, it's frowned upon.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't really like that too much.
No, you can't. You can't put them in a crate and leave for a few hours.
Somebody call somebody for you.
Yeah,
and it's a whole legal issues, and it's more expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But this episode is going to be airing next week. After the run of the episode that I had to render, which is why I was late. Lizzie is a professional. I am trying to get to that level.
You're always on time, Glenn. Every now and then it's okay.
Right. I was rendering episode 29. That's going to be uploaded today. But this is episode 30, and it's going to be uploaded. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
30. So 22 more, and it'll be a full year.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep. And
that's a long time.
For episode 30, since it's going next week is my birthday week. So that's why I'm doing it early.
What day is your birthday?
February 6th, so Saturday.
My mom's is the 5th.
Come on.
Yeah. She's coming in town and everything.
Sweet.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm going gambling.
Nice. Where?
Yeah, I'm going to Cyprus.
Okay.
I thought about like doing it real big and going to like
Lake Charles.
Yeah, the one in Lake Charles or in Baton Rouge. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with the logistics of trying to organize all the people and then get a hotel room and all that stuff. So just go to Cyprus, come back. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Dino's first, like a 12-year-old, and then I'm gonna go to Cyprus like a 21-year-old.
Nice.
Even though I'm gonna be 28.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what's your memories of being 28? You remember that?
28. Well, that was 2 years ago.
Right.
I don't think anything really stood out.
Right, nothing? I was like...
I guess let's see. Was I getting married? Was I married? Getting married? What year is it? 2016. I'll be 31 this year. I turned 30 in 2015. My birthday's in December, so it always kind of confuses me. Yeah, so I don't remember when I got married. I don't know. I don't keep track of these things. I had to fill out a waiver for something recently, and it was the first time I had to put like my age, and I was like 30. Sad.
That was what I was going to get to, like approaching your 30s. How did it feel? Because I feel bad, man.
I didn't feel bad.
It's starting to hit me. It wasn't hitting me before.
I didn't feel bad. Right before my actual like 30th birthday though, like, that week or, a couple days before, I kind of was feeling a little like weird, oh man,
30 years old.
Yeah, it kind of felt weird.
Yeah.
Just to like think about being alive that many years.
Yeah.
But no, everybody says your 30s are the best.
I heard
it's like
that.
in your 20s, you're still trying to figure shit out, trying to just kind of get your life together.
Right.
And then in your 30s, it's sort of like your life, more or less is together. And you can, enjoy it and all that.
Yeah.
And you're more mature, so if it is a matter of still trying to get your shit together, at least you're a little more mature and ready to handle it.
Right.
This
might turn into like some kind of psychotherapy session between me and Lizzie, because I really, like, at 28, did you feel like you was on time with things, or did you feel like you was behind?
No, I didn't. Neither really. I mean, Yeah, I didn't really have like a big sense of like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get married, or oh, I gotta hurry up and do this, or oh, I'm ahead of the game or behind the game. I mean, that was never really, it wasn't something I really thought about that much when I was younger, like in my early 20s. I wasn't thinking like, oh my gosh, I gotta get married by this age and have kids by this age, and that wasn't really something I really stressed about or thought about that much. So it just sort of happened. I met John, we dated for a long time, got married. It kind of sort of worked out how it was supposed to work out.
That makes sense, and I haven't felt that until now.
Yeah,
approaching about to be 28.
Yeah,
and I haven't felt like that. I heard on a podcast. I think it was a tax season. This podcast out of New York, and he had a guest on. He said like this guy was like 25 or 24, something like that, and he's like, man, I don't even have a Bentley yet. I feel old. I feel like I'm not doing much. I don't even have a Bentley yet.
Yeah.
I'm not to that extreme, but like I haven't been to all the places I wanted to go, and I feel like 30, my life's about to be over or something.
No, you have so much time though.
I know.
You have so much time.
And I look at my mom. My mom was 26 when she had me, and I'm 28. So my mom had a 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
At this time.
Yeah.
And she had a full-time job.
Right.
And it was the same job that she'd be working in for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want to be at one spot for 30 years or something like that. But like I said, my mom had a son at this time. I don't have no kids.
Right.
I'm trying to. I don't want them right now, but I want them at some point.
Yeah. You got plenty of time.
I hope so, man. I don't even have a girlfriend, ladies. If y'all listening, just check episode 29 and the other episodes with my face. You can see what I look like. I feel like a lot of my classmates are having kids. Some of them on a second kid, or a third kid. And,
but you can't. You're also from a small town.
Yeah.
Relatively small town.
No, yeah, same town as John was from.
That's how a lot of John's friends were. They got married right out of college, started having kids, And
I never looked at it like that.
But whereas like where I grew up, I grew up in Houston. I went to this huge high school, super diverse, big city, and a lot of people I went to school with were some of them do have kids, a couple kids now, but they weren't necessarily getting married right away or like having kids right away at 21 or 22.
Yeah, I can see that. So I know. It
was like a couple years in. It was more like let's finish college and all that kind of stuff. So
that makes
just
sense.
sort of like a different mindset. Big city compared to like a smaller town.
I think I have a big city mindset then.
Yeah,
because I always thought that.
I would say you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Because it seemed like where I came from, where me and John came from, it seemed like people just was rushing to do the same thing their parents did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they couldn't wait to do the exact same thing that their parents did. And I mean that's teachers own. There ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just like I didn't want that.
Right.
That's why I haven't moved back home.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I have no intention of going back.
Yeah.
Cause
John's mom had his sister when she was in her early 20s. 22, 23. Got married, graduated from UL, got married. Real quick. But I think our generation is getting away from that.
Yeah,
kind of
it seems like that.
We don't.
There's a lot of statistics and studies that's showing that we're like really, really against the grain.
Yeah, Did you read? Aziz Ansari wrote.
He's
great,
awesome dude.
Did you read his book?
No.
Modern Romance.
No, I saw it.
You need to, as a single man, a 28-year-old single man. You need to read it. It's really interesting. I haven't finished it yet. But it's so interesting.
At Barnes and Noble.
Because he actually it's funny, but he actually worked with sociologists and psychologists to actually do all this research about dating habits and rituals 50 years ago compared to now. It's so interesting because it's just about how back then 50, 60 years ago it was about everyone just wanted to find a mate,
right?
And you were looking within your area, like people were marrying their neighbor, their neighbor's son, or somebody they went to school with that they saw every day. Like it was in this close proximity that people were meeting a mate, and it wasn't always I found my soulmate. It was like, well, this is what you're supposed to do. You find somebody you like and you get married and start a family. And it wasn't always, so they weren't always marrying for love, it was sort of like necessity. And but now there's so many options.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to date somebody in your neighborhood.
No.
With social media and all these apps and stuff, it's like the possibilities are endless. But what's happening is like we keep thinking, oh well, there's so many options. I gotta find the right one.
Right.
And like, oh well, I really like this person, but there's so many other people out there. What if this isn't my soulmate? What if this person is?
Right. Like sensory overload.
Yes, it's overload. Exactly. It's just overload. And it's more about finding your soulmate and finding that love, It's really, it's interesting though.
Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a cheesy, cliche thing. I believe that, you find the person you're meant to be with. I mean, I guess if that's considered like a soulmate, I guess that's what that means. But yeah,
because I always thought of the concept of a soulmate, and I just imagine because the world is bigger than Louisiana.
Yeah,
and it's bigger than America. Like, what if my soulmate is in Kazakhstan or something?
Right.
What if my soulmate is in Japan?
Yeah, I feel like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like soulmate is kind of more of like a this sort of takes it to like this deeper spiritual level.
Yeah.
I think when people say that, like, I don't know if they really like get what they're saying.
Right.
I don't know.
Like 1 person out of 7 billion meant for me, meant for you, or something like that. That's a daunting thought.
Yeah, and I think that can be overwhelming if you think about it like that. And that's not. It shouldn't be like that.
No.
But I think you meet somebody and you feel a connection, and and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And you have to work at it. Mm-hmm. Relationships are about work and communication.
What was the biggest argument you and John had?
What's the biggest argument?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we've ever had like a.
I mean, I'm not saying like you're throwing the frying pan at him.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't think we've ever really had like a huge blowout. But I mean, it's about communication, like the way we communicate with each other.
Yeah.
There's things I do that irritate him, and I know that I'm doing them, and then I feel bad about myself that I'm doing it because I know it's bothering him, and then he does stuff that he knows irritates me, and it's like you just have to. You have to learn to just respect each other and
right.
and just be able to put somebody before yourself and consider somebody else's feelings. I don't know, it's so complicated. It's hard to.
I can imagine, but
it's complicated. Yeah.
Well, y'all marriage seems to be like the model marriage. Y'all seem to be doing really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still. I guess maybe that might be just a testament of y'all just being still new.
Yeah. Well, it could be. Yeah.
But seeing the two of y'all and knowing both of y'all, I don't think that's going to be anything in the future. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
And we, they say the biggest thing couples fight about is money, and that's definitely something we've sort of like butted heads about, just because we come from different backgrounds when it comes to like money and how
and what it means to you,
and what it means exactly. It totally different, and so. He's kind of always getting on me like, you can't can be spinning out of control and all this stuff, and I get, and so we sometimes argue about that and fuss at each other about it, but at the end of the day, like, I get it, I get what he's saying, and like he gets where I'm coming from, and there's still a mutual respect, and it's a work in progress too. Yeah. It's all about that work, cool. Work in progress.
And you don't have any brothers or sisters?
No.
So like, I don't either.
Yeah.
And but I look up to my cousins. I look up to one cousin in particular, my cousin Russ, because he's 4 years older than me. And so it was like the perfect age, because like everything he was doing, I was gonna be doing 4 years in the future. So like high school, and college and stuff like that, and he got driving and stuff like that. And now he's married and he has a kid and he's 32. And just looking at him, I feel like I'm behind, because he has his own house and stuff like that, and I don't have a house. And I got my own apartment. I pay my own bills and all that stuff. But just like stuff like that makes me feel like I'm behind. But like, talking to you, I feel better.
Yeah.
A bit about getting old.
Good.
About being way past
my
quarter
cousin
century.
My cousin's like 16 years older than me, but I look up to her a lot, and she's married and has 3 kids.
Yeah.
They have an amazing life, but she's told me before, she said like there was a point where they thought they were going to get divorced. Like it was just a rough time in their lives and different things were going on, but now here they are however many years later, and
just work
they're
at it.
doing great. Yeah. takes work for sure.
But yeah. So my birthday is the day before the Super Bowl. Liz, what are you doing for the Super Bowl? You doing anything?
I don't know. We might have a little get together at our house.
Sweet.
If you want to come,
I absolutely would love to come.
I don't want to invite all the podcast listeners.
Right. What's your address again? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
This is messing around.
Yeah.
But no, I absolutely that.
I'm not sure yet what we're gonna.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll keep you posted though.
Do that.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get a little group together.
Because your house, you have a lovely home.
Well, thank you.
It was a good time. What it was? When we went over there for?
It was a going away party.
It was a going away party.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. Had a good time.
This one might not be as wild, but
that's cool. That's fine. That's fine. You should invite your old partner.
Who?
Steven.
Oh yeah.
It's Steven.
Well, that's weird. John, and Steven and Daniel went to the Lil Wayne concert together last night.
Really?
Yeah. So he was supposed to ask them what they were doing for.
Oh, sweet. How was that? I wonder.
He said it was really good. Yeah. He said
was
it
he on
good.
time? Lil Wayne is notoriously late.
Yes, he was. He said he was pretty much on time. Yeah. They got there at like 8:30, and he pretty much started, on schedule. And that's when it first came up. The concert, I was kind of like, I don't really want to go. I mean, I really like Lil Wayne, but I like Lil Wayne like 6 years ago.
You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Because I've heard stories about him showing up, super late to these concerts and just not putting on a great show, and like lately, in the last couple of years.
Right.
And so I was like, y'all go, have fun, But John said it was a good.
That's good.
Show. And he says they walked in, and the way it was, you walked in, you didn't walk in at the top and go down to your seats. You walked in like on the floor.
Really?
And he said they just walked to some seats that were on the floor that weren't their seats, and they just sat down, and nobody ever.
So like right close to him?
Yeah, like
that's
nobody
cool.
ever came and said anything. So he said it wasn't that crowded, which I was kind of surprised.
It might just be the city.
Yeah.
It might just be Lafayette.
Yeah, it is a small, it's not a huge city.
I wish we would get more. I wish Wu-Tang would come here. I would go there. I would buy a ticket.
Does Wu-Tang even tour?
They still tour. That's all they do now.
I doubt they would never come here. Yeah, I could see them going and playing at House of Blues in New Orleans or something like that, which would be really cool.
They've done that, and I think I had to work that day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it. Yeah.
I saw Mos Def at House of Blues in New
Really?
Orleans. That was amazing.
How was that? Man.
That was like 6 years ago.
Oh man.
It was incredible.
Mos Def can't get back in America. He don't want to come back.
No, that was a hoax.
Really?
I read that story, and apparently it was like that was years ago, and it was like not true.
No, I mean like now, recently. He's in South Africa.
No, but the whole story about him not being allowed back in the States is like not true. But yeah,
Right.
but I did hear that he was pretty much
done with us.
Yeah.
He's
Well, he's going by his real name now too.
Yeah.
No, he came to Austin recently and played a show.
Oh, that's
I saw
cool.
it on somebody on Facebook posted something about it.
He's
but it
dope.
was under his real name, not Mos Def.
His real name is Dante Smith, but he's going
yeah,
by Yasin Bey.
Yeah, Dante Smith. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But he's cool.
Yeah.
But he's like I didn't realize until I saw the documentary that always plays on VH1. What's Love Got to Do with It? Tina Turner.
Oh, I haven't seen
You've never seen it?
No. It's a documentary?
Well, it's a biopic. It's not a documentary.
Oh, okay. About Tina Turner?
Yeah. Angela Bassett plays Tina Turner.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, that's a classic. You gotta check that out. And so I looked at that biopic, and then I looked her up on Wikipedia, and apparently she's in Switzerland or something, or Sweden.
Angela Bassett?
No, Tina Turner.
Oh, yeah.
She has what you call it when you relinquish your American rights, your citizenship.
Oh.
She's not an American citizen no more.
Really?
Right.
Oh,
Correct.
wow.
She's an expatriate.
Oh, an expat. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that's what that was. I've always heard of expats, but I didn't realize that meant that you actually relinquished your citizenship.
Yeah, I think you got sign papers and all kind of stuff. Yeah, she did all that. She is no longer American.
I see.
I was surprised to see that. Again, I got this from Wikipedia, so it might be fake.
And where was she? Switzerland?
Some S country. Sweden, Switzerland, something.
That's funny, yeah. That's interesting.
Yep. I don't even know how we got there. But yeah, so
I don't either. We were talking about, I guess we were talking about most stuff. And then,
right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool concert though.
That's cool.
John didn't get to go with me to go offshore that day, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
That's awesome. That's cool. I didn't even know about that. I didn't even
Yeah.
hear about it. 6 years ago, 2010.
It was great. It was when his album Ecstatic came out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the album.
He had that red microphone. Yeah, what's up with that? I wonder what's that about.
know.
He goes to different like venues and he always makes sure he has that red microphone.
Yeah. Wait, was it red? I don't remember if it was red. I know it was like one of those old school
Right.
like microphones. I guess it was red.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, it was
refuses to
great.
play on anything else.
And Jay Electronica opened for him.
Really?
He was really good.
Oh, man.
I didn't really know much about him.
That's like seeing
And that was cool.
Sasquatch
Yeah.
because he does something once every 10 years.
Yeah.
You know,
He called me out in the crowd too.
Come
I don't
on.
remember why.
that's phenomenal.
For being like a white girl or something. I had like bright blonde hair and like
That's crazy.
like it wasn't like rude, like it
Right,
was
yeah.
funny, but
Right.
and I can't remember what he said though.
That's,
I don't remember.
he has a baby with Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, like Jay Electronica. Lizzie saw Jay Electronica. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like seeing Loch Ness.
It's funny.
Yeah, for real. He
All
got called
messy.
out. Right, he got called out by Loch Ness. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You have any Super Bowl traditions? Anything
No.
that you normally do? No.
No, we don't.
Who's your team in the NFL? You have a team?
No. I mean I like the Saints. I
You like
root
the
for the
Saints?
Saints.
Where were you when the Saints won the Super Bowl?
In New Orleans.
Okay, you was in the city.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was working for a TV station, and like they sent me to New Orleans to get sort of like to do a story on like the celebration
craziness.
and all that
All right,
stuff.
that's cool.
Yeah, so
That's
that was
cool.
fun.
What was it like
It was
seeing
fun,
that?
but it was crazy. It was amazing.
Yeah. You feeling all that
Yeah.
energy and stuff like
Oh my
that?
god, it was so crazy. Yeah.
Where you was at? You was at a bar or something?
No, I was actually at WWL's studio. They're in the French Quarter, right off Rampart. And so as soon as the game ended, we ran outside and all down like Rampart, like all those little houses and stuff. Everyone was just pouring out of them,
Yeah.
crying, running, screaming.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it was insane. Everyone was running toward Bourbon Street, like running.
Yeah, that's cool,
I'm
man.
getting like chills just
Right.
thinking about it, like because it was amazing.
Yeah, I remember
It
that.
was a
man.
really cool experience.
I talked about it on episode 29 about what I did.
Yeah.
My roommates at the time, I don't know if we were still living together or not, but we were still, cool
Friends,
at the
yeah.
time. Yeah, and they wanted to go to New Orleans to see the game, and I was gonna go with them, but then they canceled, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
decided to not cancel
Yeah.
and go. I'm like,
And they went, yeah.
so I'm like, they don't know what they're doing, so I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
My cousin just had a baby. I want to see the baby. So she brought the baby to my grandmother's house, and that's where we watched it at.
Yeah.
And it
Oh, I think you told me this.
Yeah?
Yeah, and you were like with your family,
Yeah.
and yeah.
It was cool, but
Yeah.
we wound up going to New Orleans that night.
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to call everybody. All the phones was down.
Yeah.
Everybody was using
Yeah,
the
you
phone.
couldn't get in touch with anybody.
Right. So, but it was fun, man.
Yeah.
Just seeing people just running. Like this was like before we went to New Orleans. We was in Hahnville,
Yeah.
and just seeing people just running out of the houses.
And there,
you know.
yeah, even in Huntsville. It's
Right.
funny. Yeah. I remember my husband I think he bought it like somewhere in the French Quarter that day, but it was this T-shirt. It said, "Fuck the Colts." He was wearing that. It's funny.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
That's about
His
right.
sister came into town from I think she was in Vegas or San Diego at the time. She came into town, met us. It was crazy. Yeah.
So, did you have to do you had to do a stand up? You had to do interviews or anything like that, or what?
Yeah. I did all that. Yeah. That was exciting.
When you interview people, were they still emotional or what?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't even remember. Let's see, what did we do after? Yeah, they were definitely screaming, and I don't remember any tears in the interviews, but definitely, I mean, you could see when we came out of the WWL, it was definitely people hugging and crying. You could see grown men. You could tell that they had been crying, and they were crying happy tears and all that.
Did you
cool.
get to meet? Were you where Bobby Hebert was?
No,
Okay,
no, I don't think so.
'cause that's
No.
where I was.
Oh, okay.
I was over there. I've been something Lizzie was there. I didn't even know.
No.
But yeah, that was a good time. My uncle made this model replica of the Lombardi Trophy and was passing around. People was taking pictures of
That's
it and
cute.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, man, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Who you got this year?
I think it'd be cool to see the Panthers do well.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm trying to I'm trying to see if somebody gonna take me on the Super Bowl. Like I try to place a little wager on the Super Bowl every year. Just because it gives me a reason to cheer louder, and I always root for the NFC team.
Yeah.
Indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Because that's where the Saints play in the NFC. So.
Yeah.
And the Saints hardly go.
Right.
I didn't think they was ever gonna go until till 09.
Right.
And they wound up winning.
Yeah.
So,
I think it'd be cool to see the Panthers do well.
Yeah.
I think they deserve it. They've done great this season. Cam Newton's
I can't say that
beast.
too much though. A lot of people don't like me when I say that. I'm rooting for the Panthers because of the Saints.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it on the AquaMethodPodcast. I would root for the Falcons if the Falcons made it. Absolutely, because they're the NFC team.
Yeah.
And I don't discriminate.
See, I just feel like the Panthers, it's their time. You know, like they
got it.
Worked really hard. They deserve it. Like I don't need to see the Broncos.
But Peyton Manning, that could be his last game.
I know, but he's had a great career.
Yeah,
it's
he did.
Cam Newton's turn. You know.
I just think it would be serendipitous and almost poetic if Peyton Manning wins his second Super Bowl ring on his last game, and it happens to be Super Bowl 50.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's a storybook, and
That's
you can't
true.
beat
Yeah.
that. That's
yeah.
a
I mean,
movie.
that's a great story too.
That's a movie script.
Yeah. But that's almost like too
perfect.
yeah.
It's almost too perfect.
Yeah.
Like, if that would have happened,
Like it would be cool, but it's
that's
not
when,
something.
That's when the stories about deflated balls come out.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But no, Cam Newton is something else, man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's some other type of creature.
Yeah, I used to not like him just because he was from Auburn and that whole.
And you're from
whole,
LSU.
Yeah, and the whole Jersey thing, selling whatever that was.
Right.
But nah, I'm
Yeah.
down with Cam Newton now.
Yeah, Cam Newton's cool.
I can root for him. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, somebody's gonna take me on this bet though. I know it. If I go to your house, I'm sure Steve and somebody's gonna take me on this bet. But that's cool, man. I'm excited though. I love the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's always a fun party.
Yeah.
Fun time.
It should be a big deal.
Yeah.
We were talking about the last episode. It should be a federal holiday.
Like the Monday?
The Monday.
Yeah, the Monday.
Super Bowl Monday should be a holiday.
Yeah.
No work.
That would be nice.
Unless you like some sort of emergency services like hospitals or something.
Yeah,
like that.
that would be nice.
Yep.
I might have to cancel my early client Monday morning. We have a party at our house.
Yep. Yeah. And they'll understand because they might have to cancel on you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yep. So yeah, that would like boost business for you, huh? Like post Super Bowl workout, gotta get that. That Super
from
Bowl.
all that food. Yeah. Well, I know if we have a party at my house, we might not. The food might not be like what everybody.
Right.
I mean, it'll be good.
Right. No, I can.
But it might not be like fried stuff,
Right. I'm talking about everybody else.
Yeah.
They'll come to you.
Yeah.
With the pot belly.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, can you help me with this?
Right. Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Before we get about you, I got a couple more questions for you.
Yeah.
We were talking about this a few times over a few episodes. Because I told the story, I went to Atlanta for New Year's.
Yeah.
It was my first time going, and these guys was trying to hit on my cousin. And I wanted to know what's the lamest thing a guy has done to get your attention prior to John.
I don't know. It's hard to think back that far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
you stumped me.
Like
I
was
can't
it
think of
like some they was trying to get at you, but like it was so thinly veiled it was almost laughable.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even think of anything like anything specific. I guess I put pre John out of my head.
That makes
sense. Just because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I got some cheesy pickup lines or cheesy
Were they cheesy?
Let me buy you a drink.
Okay, right.
That kind of thing.
Were they
like
cheesy?
kind of bold.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A lot of times, guys, I feel like aren't usually very bold when it comes to actually asking a girl hey, can I buy you a drink or at least in college.
Right, so
everyone sticks with their friends and doesn't really
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I met John right after college, so then it's not like I didn't really date in my 20s.
Mid-20s.
So
did you like if you can remember, did you deal with guys that were on the shyer side, or they was really brash about their intentions?
You mean like people I dated?
People that either you dated or just try to get your attention.
I don't know, Glenn. That's a good question. I can't really. I mean, I don't know. I dated a lot of different types of guys. Like some were probably shyer, and some maybe a little more out there.
Okay. If one is really, really shy and 10 is really, really arrogant, what's John?
Probably like a 7.
Really?
He's not arrogant though. Like
Okay.
confident. Like,
right. Yeah.
He's confident
Right.
and shy. Like if it were shy or confident.
Mm-hmm.
You said one was shy, right?
Right.
Yeah. I would say he's like a 6 or 7.
Okay.
He's not that shy.
That's cool.
He puts himself out there.
Yeah, that's good.
He tries to say he's like kind of shy and gets nervous around people, but he's pretty outgoing.
Yeah, he seems like it.
Yeah.
But that's
He's
cool.
outgoing.
I thought you was gonna have like a crazy story back in the LSU days.
No.
Like this guy really was trying to get at me, and he was just really, really lame.
No, I don't think so. I think my friends and I were usually kind of bitchy about if a guy was kind of lame and tried to flirt with us or dance with us, we'd be like, kind of rude, probably.
Did you ever pull the?
Or we'd just dance with each other and pretend like we didn't want anything to do with,
right. Yeah, man. I did that a few times in my early college years.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yo, this don't feel right, Like if the girl don't want to dance with you, it's just let it go.
Yeah.
And because if they do, they'll come to you.
Right. Yeah.
Did you ever pull the I'm a lesbian on a guy?
No, not no. But we did, my friends and I would, dance with each other and be like, haha, we're pretending,
Right.
we're, pretend you're my girlfriend.
Right.
But not, to the point where we make out with each other or something like that.
But no.
We would just, dance with each other and kind of,
And you think
so
that worked?
They got the idea that we didn't want to dance with them.
Right. Because I definitely got hit with the she's a lesbian.
Oh, jeez.
I was dancing with a chick, and she was dancing back.
Yeah.
Her friend was trying to pull us apart, right? And she said, "Well, she's my girlfriend."
Oh. Huh.
Right. So I took pictures with the chick, and I wound up being friends with her for a good little while.
Yeah.
But the girl, and I tagged in and these two girls are cute, and she was in the picture. The other girl, the girl that said they was lesbians, and these two girls are cute, and the other one is a lesbian. Mm-hmm. And we wind up meeting each other, and you said on Facebook that I'm a lesbian. Well, you told me you was a lesbian, She said I'm not a lesbian. I just didn't want you to talk to my friend. I knew
that's
that.
Funny.
I knew that then.
Yeah.
That's messed up. You ain't got
yeah, that's silly. Yeah, I would never have told somebody that straight up.
I mean, I can understand you trying to protect your friend, but I'm not gonna do nothing to your friend.
No, yeah.
But yeah, she was definitely like that. And every time she sees me, and it's been sporadically, but every time she sees me, she said, "You called me a lesbian." No, you called yourself a lesbian, ma'am.
That's funny.
I mean, if you're gonna say that, I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done that, and I've danced on girls, and they've done the get away, silently.
Yeah.
And I felt horrible,
oh.
Yeah.
Girls are mean.
No, I mean, no, I could completely understand that though. You don't want some dude just dancing on you all sweaty and smelly.
Yeah.
Smell like alcohol.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I could dig it.
Funny.
I respect that. I can understand that. Let's see. You got any other crazy bar stories, or what's the craziest thing you've seen in a bar?
Oh man, craziest thing I've seen in a bar?
Yeah.
Really testing my memory here, Glenn. I don't know. I can't think of anything. I would have to go back and look at Facebook and look at the pictures from jog my memory a night. Right. Oh yeah, that was really crazy.
Right.
I don't know. I've probably seen something crazy. I've seen a lot of girls fall.
Yeah.
It's always kind of funny.
This chick I met
Nothing
I had just got 2 new roommates. 2 of my roommates had moved out. We had got 2 new roommates, and we was trying to get to know them, so we was hanging out with them. They had friends in another apartment in the same complex, so we went over there to have a little party or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was talking with this girl, and, just chatting it up with her. And she had this perfect circle scar on her knee. Mm-hmm. She fell directly on a bottle cap.
Oh, God.
And it was a perfect circle. I'm like, how did you get, I thought she did that to herself.
It was like a scar?
Yeah, like a bottle cap.
Oh, ouch.
It was like
terrible.
A perfect circle.
Yeah.
So I saw stuff like that.
I did, this was a few years ago. I guess we weren't married, but John and I were engaged. Mm-hmm. And some of my other girlfriends, one was married, or two of them were married, or engaged. We were all married or engaged. Mm-hmm. And it was one of my friend's birthdays, and so we went out to dinner, and then we were like, ooh, let's go to City Bar, let's go downtown. So we went downtown, we were having a great time, and the DJ kept playing a lot of old school jams that we liked, like Juvenile and
That's cool.
Fresh and stuff. And so and we were joking because we were like, he must know that we're in our late 20s, because he's playing all these songs,
right.
And we would look at him and wave and be like, "God, y'all," and we were having a great time dancing and everything. And we got pretty intoxicated.
Yeah.
And these two guys had started talking to me and my other friend at the bar, and they were really nice and
right.
harmless, but they I could tell they were kind of trying to flirt with us and get to know us. And we were both like, hey, she's married, I'm gay, and they were like, oh, that's cool, whatever, but they just talked to us and were nice and whatever, not threatening or anything like that. They didn't make us feel uncomfortable.
That's cool.
And so, and they left us alone, they didn't keep hanging around or anything.
That's cool.
And so, but at the end of the night, we'd had a lot to drink, and I was walking, my friends had walked outside, the bar was closing, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I started walking back towards the bathroom, and I was wearing leggings, but they were not workout pants, they were real pants. And this guy touched me,
right?
Ran his hand up my front and kept walking, and I turned around and I slapped him. I just slapped the shit out of it.
Right.
I hit him in the back of the head because he kept, and then I just kept walking in the bathroom. I was like, psh,
right.
and I kept walking.
Yikes.
The two guys that my friend and I had been talking to at the bar saw him do it,
mm-hmm.
and they were coming this way. They saw him do it, and they saw me, and I just kept walking whatever, because I was really drunk. And they ended up throwing a bottle at this guy, getting in a fight, and I was oblivious to all of this. And my friends were like, "Oh my God, did you see what happened? That guy fought the other guy for you, and all this." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, that's nice.
So that was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of, I guess that's
That's a story.
That was probably one of the crazier things. And that wasn't even in college. That was, 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Chivalry still exists. How about that?
I go off pretty hard if somebody touches me or messes with me. I'm quick to
especially there.
Yeah, I'm quick to be I'll slap you.
Right. No.
Yeah, that was definitely very creepy.
So simulated sex acts at nighttime. A few times.
God.
These guys would just they would just do these very very raunchy dance moves on the ground, and they was inviting girls to ride them.
Oh God.
Yeah, and
that's so awful.
So this girl was just on top of this one guy.
Yeah.
And it looked like they was going at it. And then so this other guy gets down, and he starts doing it too, and it was a solid 2 minutes before some girl. It's he was just doing his dance, just looking for a girl to jump on him.
So creepy.
Yeah.
Why do they think that that's something that girls want? It's
I don't
so
know.
Weird.
It happened though.
That's funny.
It happened.
That's funny.
It wound up happening though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of crazy stories, man.
Yeah.
I was dancing with this cute girl. I remember this might have been freshman year. I was dancing with this cute girl. And then this humongous fat dude comes in and just starts dancing on the other side of her. Just blocking. I'm like, my man, what you doing? Go away.
Yeah.
Go away. I'm like, oh, man. She was ready to roll.
That's funny.
And then nothing happened.
Yeah.
Have you had roommates? You've had roommates
in
college and stuff like that. Have you ever been sex out?
What?
Sex out.
No.
It's exiled? But
no,
your roommates and their boyfriend or guy they're dating at the time, they want to get busy, so they're yo, you gotta go.
We had our own rooms.
I got sex out.
Oh God.
Think twice. We was in a dorm room though.
Oh
so
yeah.
it was right next to each other.
Yeah.
And Yeah, and I had to go stay at my friend's apartment. You know.
That's funny.
You know
John
what?
would have better stories about that, I'm sure. than
I
me.
never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had a problem with it.
Well, that's nice.
So, yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
accommodating
Team
fella.
player?
Yeah, I'm a team player. Because I heard girls they wouldn't put up with it. They would not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had our own rooms.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
my apartment and stuff.
You didn't have a roommate in the dorms?
No, I did, but
Okay.
I mean, it was a small dorm. Yeah, my girls don't. I mean, I don't know. We wouldn't have done that.
I don't know. I was in some girl's dorm, and her roommate was texting her and asking her if she had a guy over there because she wasn't texting back fast enough.
Oh, that's
You know?
funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she looked like she was getting upset. But yeah, man. Again, I really appreciate you joining me
Yeah.
for this real quick episode. Like I said, I didn't feel like I was gonna have time. I know I was gonna have time during my birthday week to do one, so I wanted to get one uploaded, made, up there, ready to roll.
Do it, yeah.
Yep.
Get
So
it done.
yeah, I'm about to be 28, man.
I know. That's exciting.
28.
Celebrate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna, like I said, going to Dino's, then I'm gonna gamble, and on the way to the casino, we're gonna listen to nothing but Bob Marley because it's Bob Marley's birthday also.
Oh, that's cool.
And
neat.
Yep. And that's what it's gonna be. And there's this. You ever heard of this girl named Tinashe?
Yeah.
It's her birthday too.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, so Tinashe, we should get married on our birthday,
That
February
person,
6th. We should do that.
That
'Cause
person
she is
just
gorgeous.
parked like a jerk.
Well,
Wow.
Some people don't care, man.
No.
Some people really don't care. Like I hate people that park. They have they split the parking spaces.
That's
like,
what
why
that
would you do
lady
that?
just did.
No, I see it.
Nobody can.
I see it.
Maybe they don't have a handicap spot. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted.
No. That's I could dig it. That's effed up. That's effed up. You know, like I saw one guy parking at the movie theater. And it wasn't even. I guess you care about your car, however you care about it, but it wasn't like
Nothing
no
special?
Bentley or something
Yeah.
like that, or Benz or something like that. It was nothing special.
Yeah.
All 4 tires in the parking space.
Oh, jeez.
All 4 tires.
Yeah.
Had his own space.
That's funny.
Oh, this one guy I remember in college. This guy parked at apartment complex I used to live at. He parked bad, and somebody put on with duct tape, like, park better next time, asshole.
Yeah.
Or I'm keying it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's funny.
And so we were just going through college stories. I saw a guy get a brick thrown through his car.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's awful.
He was cheating. He was
Oh,
messing with,
no.
he was messing too many women. Too many
Oh,
women get a
no.
brick through your car. Like his shit was shattered, man. I was so
yeah.
my bad. I was like, man, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was the accent. He was a foreign guy, and the ladies loved him. Ladies loved him. And I remember
funny.
one time, because he spoke French.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl she was messing with, like one of the girls she was messing with spoke French too. So like you can hear banging in the French language. I don't know what he was saying, like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Open the door. It's mad. Which yeah. College memories. You ain't any more? Anything other?
I can think of.
Nothing yet?
No.
Any cake stands?
Oh yeah.
You did that a bunch
Yeah,
of
I was
times?
pretty good at that.
What's your record? I never did it.
I don't remember. I did a pretty long one. Like the very first one I did, it was at a tailgate, and it was like really long.
Yeah.
There's a picture of it. It's a pretty great picture.
I
mailed it. I remember I thought it would be funny to send it to my parents.
Really?
And I sent them the picture. I was like a sophomore
Wow.
in college.
That's interesting.
And I was like, look what I'm learning in school. Haha. They thought it was funny. I did it just to be funny.
That's
and
good.
they thought it, they took it well. They thought it was funny.
Your parents have a great sense of humor. I can't imagine
Well,
that happening.
they didn't all,
Right.
I decided just to kind of like force them to have a good sense of humor.
That's good.
Force
That's
them
good.
to laugh about it. Yeah.
Did you always know you was going to LSU?
No.
What was your other choices?
UT or LSU. Yep.
Okay, why LSU?
It's a big state school. And
Okay.
everybody was a lot of people from Texas weren't getting into UT because of the top. They were required to take the top 10% of every high school, so it didn't leave a whole lot of space for people in like the top 25% or anything like that. So a lot of people from like my high school and from Houston and just a lot of people from Texas in general started going to LSU. And LSU wanted to like give us scholarships and all that. They loved it. They wanted the Texas kids.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
that's cool. Well, final question before we wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
We've done 4, 3, 2, 1. You've done that already, but we're gonna do a brand new one.
Oh, okay. This is so hard for me.
Yeah. Top 4 X-Men. You know the X-Men?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I like Wolverine.
Cool.
I like who's the one? Not Magneto, the other guy, the old guy.
Professor X.
Professor X, yeah. I like Professor X. I like the blue girl. What
Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique.
There you go.
Yeah.
Old guy, blue girl.
I just can't remember their names. I love Wolverine though. And then the guy who like shoots stuff out of his eyeballs.
Yeah, Cyclops.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that was funny.
No, I can't remember that. I do like X-Men though.
Yeah.
I like the movies and stuff.
And there's so many to choose from. Even if you're not a comic book fan, you could probably pick 4 of them.
Yeah.
So I picked that question. I like Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Gambit.
Which one's Colossus?
The guy who turns into metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And which one's Nightcrawler?
The blue demon-looking guy can teleport.
Yeah. That was
From X-Men 2, the second one.
I always have to like think about what actor played them
Right.
to like remember.
Alan Cumming.
Yeah.
He
I
played
remember
him.
him. Yeah, I like him too. Yeah.
And a young guy is going to play him in the new one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Number 3. Channing Tatum's playing Gambit too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he got a movie coming out. I think either this year or next year.
Interesting.
Speaking of movies, top 3 least favorite movies.
Least favorite movies?
Yep.
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh man. I can't.
Like movies, like man, I can't believe I spent my money on that.
I know that there are some like that, and I can't think of them. I don't know.
Who's
That's hard.
least favorite actors?
Least favorite actors?
Yeah, or actresses.
Oh my god, that's really hard too. I just can't. I have to have like my memory jogged on all this stuff. Like I have to see something that reminds me of something and be like, oh yeah, I don't like that, or I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard. I know there have been some movies I've seen that I've not liked. I just can't think of them. Oh, you know what movie I didn't think was very good?
What's that?
That recently, and a lot of people loved it, and it was so that movie Unbroken. No, was it Unbroken? Yeah, about it's like the true story about the American guy that like goes to the Olympics and then he is like a POW in the war. Like it's a great story, but the movie was terrible.
Yeah, what made it bad?
It dragged on forever and ever, and it like didn't make any sense. It was like
they've been playing it on HBO
a
lot, and I wanted to see it at the time when it was coming out. I'm like nah, and I've been looking at it. I'm like nah, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I didn't. I hated not the fact that it wasn't that I didn't like it because it's a great story. It's a very uplifting story. It's true and all that, but it just as a movie, it was not that good.
I said my 3.
That was one recently
that you didn't like.
Yeah, what are yours?
I said Norbit.
Okay, I
That
don't
was
even think
awful.
I saw that.
Eddie Murphy's Norbit. Elektra with Jennifer Gardner. That's kind of like a sequel to Daredevil.
Right.
And I think the first Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay.
It was just bad.
Yeah.
People didn't like Hancock, and I like Hancock.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem
That
with
movie
it.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, people hated that movie.
Yeah.
Will Smith's been striking out.
Yeah.
Apparently, I like Focus, and people didn't like Focus.
I heard that wasn't. Yeah, John watched that and said that he didn't really care for it.
I mean, it was not. I mean, it's not something I'd buy a DVD for.
Right. Yeah.
And now he's in Suicide Squad, and I think that's going to be awful.
Really?
I think it's gonna be real bad. I'm gonna watch it.
See, these days, like when I decide to watch a movie, like I look at Rotten Tomatoes first.
Me too.
I won't watch a movie if it doesn't get good reviews.
I still might.
I feel like most of the time.
I still might, but they are pretty accurate though.
I know. I feel like there might be something recently. Okay, what's 2?
2 is before. I know you're eating healthy and all that good stuff, but if you had $20, what is 2 fast food restaurants that you would gorge on? Splurge on, I should say.
$20 fast food places.
Yeah.
Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonic.
Yeah?
Yeah, Whataburger and Sonic. Those are, definitely Whataburger.
Not a fan of Whataburger.
Oh my gosh.
Not too much.
We can't be friends.
I'm sorry.
You know what movie I watched recently? I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes right now. Just
What's that?
to jog my memory. It was, Sicario.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it was good, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. You know, like when you watch a movie, like there were a couple movies lately that I've watched, that one and something else lately, but it's like I just wanted more. Like
Right.
I wanted it to end differently, or like there being more to the ending. Or,
Was it not as action-packed as you thought?
there was action, but it just sort of, the way it ended, it just sort of ended, and you were like, wait, that's it?
That's it.
Like, there's nothing else happening. Like that's everything.
Yeah.
You know. So it was good, and because some people I know were like, oh my god, it was so amazing.
I felt like that with the first Transporter movie.
Yeah, I
felt like that was. It's an action movie. It's
Yeah.
Jason Statham, so you're not really going for too much character development or stuff like that. But I felt there was some sort of rise in action. There was a climax, and then boom.
Yeah.
Over.
That's how Sicario was.
Yeah.
It just sort of like ended, and you were like, oh, okay.
But
It was good though, but not as good as I wanted it to be.
right. And question number 1.
Yeah.
You won the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
What's the number 1 charity you're giving money to?
Ooh, that's a good
If
one.
you are giving money to
Oh, I
charity.
definitely, yeah. Number 1 charity. Probably. Oh, that's really good. I have to say either like MD Anderson
What's that?
Cancer Center.
Okay.
Or like some sort of humane society, animals.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. That's sort of a toss up. I would give money to both of those.
There you go.
But I guess I might give more money for the doggies.
That's cool.
I don't know. I feel bad saying I give more money to dogs and cancer research, but you know.
It's all about what you value and stuff like that.
But then again, like MD Anderson already has a shit ton of money, so. And, a lot of the humane societies don't. You know, they're all like struggling and
That's
kind
how
of
you
thing.
justify it.
So yeah.
Well, thank you, Ms. Lizzie,
You're welcome.
for joining me once again.
Thanks for
I
having
love
me.
our conversations. The
I hope my
hour just
energy
goes
wasn't
by
too
quick.
low.
No, it was awesome.
Sleepy today.
It was awesome. You had just came from working out, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
That's it.
But yeah, the hour just goes by fast, man. I feel like some of the episodes lately I've been having to pull stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't have to do that with you because you
Yep.
know all about broadcasting and you know how it is, how to talk to people and stuff like that.
Well, you make it easy. John was saying when he came on, he was like, man, Glenn is just so good. He's such a good interviewer. He just keeps the conversation going.
That's sweet.
I know.
All
I
right,
told him.
thanks
I told him the same thing. I said, yeah, that's how he rolls.
Y'all episode is the most views so far.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's probably John just watching it.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm kidding.
Y'all the most views so far. And,
That's cool.
So I hopefully this one gets up there just like the other ones.
Yeah.
I think it's you. I think they like you.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think the audience likes you.
That's good.
Unfortunately, y'all can't see her this time.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I look really great today. So. My hair is done. I have makeup on. And
Yes,
everything.
gorgeous.
I look beautiful.
Right. But thanks, Liz. You have any social media you want to give out or anything like that?
Right now. Hey, if you're in the Lafayette area and you need a workout, check out CrossFit Acadiana.
There you go. What about your cooking classes you do?
Yeah, over at East Kitchen.
Yeah.
You can go to their website, eastkitchen.com, for the schedule. I don't know. I think I'll probably do one in February.
Cool.
I'm trying to do them every month.
So do they like have a bunch of y'all and they just schedule y'all?
Yeah, he has a lot of different classes that he does. Some of the classes Paul teaches, some, or somebody else. It just kind of depends.
Okay, cool.
Not terribly formal, I
So
guess.
if you're in the Lafayette area, which you should be because you're listening to the Aqua Method Podcast, but I am worldwide. I have been checking my demographics. I got a few people in Europe and stuff like that.
Very cool.
But if you are in Lafayette, please check out Lizzie on East Kitchen and at Acadiana CrossFit.
CrossFit Acadiana.
CrossFit Acadiana.
Downtown Lafayette.
Yeah, she'll get you right, get you tight in
Yeah.
the stomach. As always, y'all, you can follow me on the Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both spelled normally. GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com is the email for any types of sponsorships, advertisements, or if you just have anything nice to say about the podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and views. Let's keep it up. Keep spreading it around and all that good stuff. You're listening to this on Grasshopper GP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made that count, I couldn't spell. Grasshopper GP Official on the YouTube, 3 S's. Don't forget that. I'm going to keep on saying it. Keep hitting that like button, the subscribe button, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. AquaMethodPodcast. It's your boy GP, Lizzie, episode 30. Y'all be good.